Oh, what up, everybody? I said I would do an after show, so here I am. Although that was a bit exhausting. The audio should be good. I'm just going to chat with y'all for a little bit. Is the debate posted anywhere? I was unable to watch live. Yeah, it's on Modern Day Debate. Typically takes a little while to post, but I will get the link. I'll throw the link in the chat, and I'm going to probably mirror it on my channel. There you go. I'm watching now because I missed the debate, but the vegan guy doesn't understand how the cosmology works. He had never researched flat Earth, and he went to a flat Earth debate. You got to at least give it to him. He had the cojones to go into a lifetime debate about flat Earth, ill-equipped, with 300-something thousand subscribers. I mean, you know, take what you can get. There were over 1,200 people watching that debate over multiple channels. Yeah. Nathan called me. He said that there were like 1,100 on his channel, and then like 5 or 6 on Modern Day Debate. So that's like 1,700. Yeah, actually, I thought about that. Austin should have talked about how the sun is not 93 million miles away and very large, as Globers often believe. Yeah, exactly. That's why I was so confused as to why he wasn't understanding attenuation. Certainly after I defined it, I was like, extinction limit, atmospheric extinction, attenuation. But I should have, you're right, I should have been like, the sun is much more local and smaller and has divergent rays. And that maybe would have helped him understand. So, I mean, that seems pretty self-explanatory to me, but I guess sometimes it's hard to, or sometimes we just take things for granted. At least I do. That wasn't even a debate. That was a slobber knocker. Yeah, that dude was very ill-equipped. Sorry about the audio. And when I put the headphones on, like the audio was still coming through my laptop, even though my headphones were connected. But the audio wasn't coming through them, and so like I just rolled with it. But I couldn't really hear that well towards the end. So sorry about the bad audio. I'll try and have a headphones hooked up next time, I guess. I think it's, I don't know. I don't usually have issues when I use like StreamYards or something, but I don't know. What's funny how all the super chats prove Earth was spherical by saying I can use a telescope and see Jupiter. Yeah, someone actually said that they can use a telescope and see Jupiter, and that proves that gas can exist in a vacuum. That's the level of thinking that we're dealing with. I think we witnessed the first. I like what you did there. Witnessed the first time a globe debater actually turned into a flat Earth believer. Yeah, of course I pushed back on the B word. I hate the B word. Like I don't believe the Earth is flat. I know it's flat, But yeah, dude, it was pretty funny if you track his lifetime reactions. But that's why I asked him the question, like, would you want to know if the Earth was flat? Would you be willing to openly come out and admit that you were wrong about thinking that it wasn't flat if you found out? Could you publicly admit that? He said he would, but he didn't really have a choice, But we'll see, if he has 350,000 subs and he comes out and says the Earth is flat, he's going to lose thousands of subs, immediately get demonetized and shadow banned because he's too big on YouTube. Like with me, they shadow banned my channel as soon as it was created. Like I got a bunch of subs before I uploaded a video. They were all coming from Globebuster's show. So they knew to shadow ban me from the jump. And my first video is about the theory of relativity being a reification fallacy and coming from the incestuous grabbler known as Einstein. So I was shadow banned from the beginning. So I have like 2.8 thousand subs, word of mouth. A lot of them have to constantly resub, and obviously they don't recommend my videos. This guy already has 300,000 subs. So YouTube, that would be like an issue they'd have to deal with, like they'd probably just kick him off or demonetize him or something. So, to be fair, it would require like quite a bit of ethical conviction and cojones to do that. I would certainly salute him if he did. He won't sleep for a while, Austin. Unless you school that dude, I think he will turn very soon. Maybe so. I don't know. I've dismantled people before, and they come in 24/7 the next day talking about how the Earth's a ball. So you just never know. So what was the outcome? Is it round or flat? Yeah, I have T-shirts for both. Just need to know so I can use one. The Earth is provably flat. We falsify the claim of a globular heliocentric existence. It's called the Jesuit space monkey religion. It was brought to you by Jesuit priests, as was the Big Bang theory. We have falsified the radius. The entire model implodes with it. It also makes claims contrary to natural law. Yeah, he seemed like one to eventually come to their senses. Maybe so. Yeah, he wasn't just like a quite the fight the tight shirt dude, where he was just like screaming compulsive insults and right, like he just got real quiet towards the end. And he did constantly need to obfuscate, but that was basically out of necessity, right? Like you could tell the dude has experience debating. He had to save face, right? Like somehow, so he would obfuscate, divert, make vague sentiments void of specificity. But you can tell, like, relative to other Globers, he was actually like pretty real. Again, relative. So we'll see. Hopefully, I did it for the third-party viewers. Like put yourself in that guy's position. If he was to come debate flat Earth and then just like lifetime admit that he's wrong, like that doesn't happen. Like someone doesn't lifetime admit they're wrong in a debate. I did it for the third-party viewers. I know it's flat too, but I had to believe certain things first. I hate the B word. Yeah. No, the Vikings knew it was a globe. Oh yeah, Tony V. How'd the Vikings know it was a globe? Feel free to enlighten us. HRH, what's up, bro? Like literal day one. I had to stop at like 30 minutes in to catch this. Or yeah, just typical. That dude was very ill prepared. Nordic cosmology is that of a flat plane, not a globe. Uh-oh, Tony. Where have you been? I've been here for a while and I see new people. Yeah, hey Tony, why are you gonna respond? Nordic cosmology is that of a flat plane, not a globe. So if they haven't substantiated or proven the globe yet to know it empirically in 2020, please enlighten us how the Vikings did it. Because they didn't, and they adhered to planar geometry. And the Greeks came up with the idea of the postulation of a globe Earth, right? And the spherical Earth, its motivation was metaphysical by the Greeks because they thought in a spiritual connotation that the perfect shape was spherical. That's literally the birth of the globe Earth by the Greeks. And they went out and stuck a couple sticks in the ground, presupposing sphericity, and then, measure the shadows and said that it was on a globe. Proved it, and it literally works on a flat Earth. You have to presuppose a very distant sun and parallel rays, and it's the sun's local and has divergent rays. It works on a flat Earth. So that shows you how stupid people are when they talk about like old civilizations. Everyone but a very small minority of the Greeks, like they were a minority within the Greeks, knew the Earth was flat. It was still being taught in the U.S. in 1920. So 1913, a teacher got arrested for teaching heliocentrism. This is a century-old lie propagated through authoritative figures and false dissemination of misinformation, of like fake moon trips and stuff like that. So you should research before you act like you're going to come to the heart of the flat Earth community teaching us, bro. Come on, I just debated a globe zealot. The Vikings were Globers, yeah. You learn something every day, I guess. If y'all got anything y'all want me to like show on screen or talk about, just hit me up. We'll chill for a little bit. He was like almost all of us. We thought flat Earth was crazy too. First time we heard about it, I think his wheels are turning though. Yeah, dude, I even said that in the debate. I was like, dude, trust me, I thought it was retarded when I first heard it too. Tell me no truth in science that hasn't been presupposed. Tell me one truth in science that hasn't been presupposed. Okay. Matter. Dun dun dun. What are you talking about? You take an observable phenomena. You don't presuppose observable phenomena, and the way that you validate causality is an independent manipulation of a variable. When the economy collapses, what will happen to cash and property values? Yeah, don't bank on the dollar. The way I see it's up in the air. Either I lean this way. China's compiled a ton of tangibility of wealth, meaning commodities, like assets, right? Actual wealth, rare earth minerals, zinc, gold, silver, and they've been compiling gold. And you're supposed to release how much gold you obtain as a country every 4 years. China stopped doing that way back, and so people think they have like something like 2 tons. Information's been leaked out that they actually have something like 20 tons of gold that they've been stockpiling, and they're going to come out and drop that bomb saying we have 20 tons of gold, thus effectively, pretty assuredly replacing the US dollar as the world reserve currency. Now, does Trump and the administration have some plan to combat that? I don't know, because that would mean, well, what do the grabblers want? Do the grabblers want China to do that? If China does that, then do we go through some fake war? China's never, ever attacked anyone in like 10,000 years. So it's real speculative, man. But the dollar has been dead for a long time, and they put a Band-Aid on it with the bailouts, and it's just laughable relative to the proportionate hyperinflation we have coming now due to the Holocaust. So the death warrant of the dollar has effectively been signed. But if Trump and the administration and all of that, they have already preemptively figured out a way to reintroduce precious metals, knowing through intel that China has a lot of precious metals, and they want to retain status as world reserve currency, they may reintroduce and re-implement the gold standard here locally with a new blockchain technology that works with regulations and governmental approval and banks, with crazy low transaction fee relative to what there is now, and then like a way faster transaction processing speed. So I think that's what I actually think. The appointee to the Fed that Trump suggested, she's on record numerous times advocating re-implementing the gold standard in the U.S. So there's that. You're ignorant. You're ignoring the argument. Tupac is still alive, and there's mounting evidence to prove it. Debate me about it. I don't think that Tupac died when everyone said he did. So why would I debate you about it? I agree with you. It's a cool story, bro. What are you, diet woke? Duh, bro. Like the last picture of him in the vehicle doesn't even match the police report. The autopsy's sketchy and completely fraudulent, and the person that performed the autopsy disappeared after getting a couple $1 million in cash from Suge Knight. And the last album he dropped was Machiavelli, and it's on his tattooed on his neck. And of course, Machiavelli is a story of faking your death to get revenge on your enemies. His last album was released under the name of Machiavelli as opposed to Tupac, and it was him on a cross symbolizing resurrection. There you go. Some say that he escaped to Cuba. That's where his sister was, who was on like the Fed's top 3 most wanted list, the only female like ever in the top like 20 or something, for killing a cop and then escaping from federal prison and going to Cuba. And of course, it appears at this point we know the world's a stage. They may just pull the cards of these people on the stage, and then they get to go to the secret island, like Elysium, the movie, only it's actually on Earth. I don't think that's very far-fetched, but closed-minded Glover spiral when I say that. But I think that might be what happened to Kobe. I don't know. But if they're lying about the Earth and they propagated a model that creates a finite limit to the Earth when it isn't there, well, what would be a logical, feasible postulation as to why they would do that? To hide that there's more land. And then watch the movie Elysium and get an idea of what you could be dealing with. I listened to all of Dave Weiss's podcasts on my cross-country trip, Googling everything when at rest stops. well, then you are diligently pursuing the truth. You will find it, my friend. That's all it requires is like non-biased pursuit of truth. If you actually want to know the truth, no matter what it is, without some predisposition or emotional confinement, you will indeed come to these truths. And honestly, if you want to just like crash course on flat Earth, go to 24/7 Flat Earth Discord and like be honest, not combative, and like ask questions or just sit back and listen, and you will hear a ton of information. Most of us had to go through years of compiling information, originally not being suppressed, and then going through like the suppression of flat Earth information and having to compile it and save it to hard drives and constantly have it deleted, look through all kinds of military documents ourselves. Like I had to do that stuff. But now you can go to like Jeranism, Globebusters, or you can come here, or you can go to a plethora of people in the flat Earth community, Karen B, Brian Stabley, tons of people. And then you can also just go to Flat Earth Discord and like just scroll down their page, and they have all kinds of information compiled and ready for you. So yeah, if you want to know, that's probably the best way to do it. But either way, just pursue the truth. You'll be good, bro. Truth is freeing. It's very freeing. You don't have to lie. Lies are exhausting. It's just much easier just to pursue truth and then not care what people think. Natural physics of water is a scientific principle, not presupposed. Yeah, that water always seeks its level. Yeah. Natural laws aren't presupposed, right? Like the second law of thermodynamics. Do you ever bring up CIA, Russian, and NASA declassified document? It's not pushed enough by our movement. Yeah, I actually just now posted some documents exposing the CIA on my Facebook a couple days ago, where they admit that they like put reporters in place. Operation Mockingbird also is declassified. They control the media. CIA doesn't even have to adhere to Congress, who, they are in charge of the allocation of funds. If they go request a certain amount of funds, in order to justify the allocation of said funds, Congress themselves can't even make the CIA like explain why, right? Like provide an inventory of specificity as to why they need said amount of money. They can redact even to the Congress. They don't have to answer to anyone. It's crazy. So yeah, CIA super crook. Tupac's overrated. Probably work with the CIA as well. Very possible. Probably a sodomite. Oh, he hates Jews. LOL. No, I literally don't. I don't hate any group of people. And I don't know what you're talking about. Are you talking about an ethnic group, or are you talking about a religious affiliation? I'm not even sure what group of people that you're talking about. In addition, I don't hate any group of people. That's stupid. So, cool story. I have Globers flock to my channel after the debate. What a joke, bro. Like, if you want to stay closed-minded, this channel is not the place for you. You get raw, uncut gravy. Don't care if it makes you uncomfortable. I don't hold back. Tupac's alive with all of the other dead pop stars, but they are on the lands beyond, bro. It's possible. I certainly don't know. Yeah, gray aliens might be the Seraphim. Yeah, sure. Fallen angels, interdimensional beings. Austin, did you catch what he was saying about the shutter speed was affecting that the camera was picking up? That was hilarious to me. Dude, that was hilarious. Dude, that was like the best part of the debate for me, hands down. It was right before he brought the video up. He was like, "No, if it's some imposition of curvature," he didn't phrase it like that, right? But like if it's like a fisheye lens that makes it curved, then whenever it goes down, the horizon will go up. And I was like, "Yeah." And he brought the video up, and it literally did that. That's so funny, bro. I was dying, bro. I was dying. I almost felt bad for him. I didn't just like hammer him right there because it was so golden. I should make like a montage of like the good moments of debates. Like I could just chop up McToon, McCartoon, McChange's tune, McLooney tunes, where he's like, I'm like, can you substantiate the claim of curvature? And he shows a picture of a horizon, and then like a few minutes later in the same debate, he says, we never see the physical geometric horizon. Oh, so you refuted your initial postulation. It's just crazy, the mental gymnastics they'll do. That's how celebrities retire. They get a new face and live the good life. It's very possible, yeah. The world's a stage. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You must know the world's a stage that you're watching a play so that you can the only way you could ever attempt to understand the motivation of the author, more so the script. There's an ice wall, not more land. The reason for globe is to prepare everyone for alien hoax. Yeah, sure, that's a surface level interpretation. The Earth, there can be a ring around the Earth, and there still be more land, though. So go look at some of the older maps. Go look at some of the older German maps. Go look at some of the older Air Force maps. Michael Obama will look at running for president, in my opinion. Oh, yeah, actually, I expected that. I called that a while back. Mitchell Obama's man. Yeah. It appears that there's no doubt that Obama's a sodomite, so, you start to compile all the evidence. I don't know. I mean, someone just came out and then said in Congress under oath, well, in court under oath, that he performed fellatio on Obama and was gay with him, and then he came up dead right after that. But y'all didn't know that. Some of y'all probably did. Truth, Austin. FE Discord is good. Definitely a good place to get a lot of information. Dixon, literally everything that God said was hilarious. Yeah, good times, dude. Aliens are fallen angels, demons. They are here under the waters and ice. The globe Earth is to convince people they are from another planet. Very possible. I'm on the fence that they still try to propagate some type of fake alien invasion. Because so many people know the Earth is flat. We think we're a huge minority, but they have accurate, unfiltered logistics where they do lifetime surveillance. Flat Earth exploded 5 years ago because YouTube wasn't censoring it. So they know a lot of people, like tens and tens and tens of millions of people, know the Earth is flat, or certainly know there's something wrong with the globe model they gave us. Way more than we as flat earthers would even probably recognize. And so I think that they have it up in the air doing a lifetime litmus test. They may end up absorbing the flat Earth. We're watching a psychological operation. The world's a stage. Trump was cast in the play as a hero, Jesuit allegiance to the Rothschilds. And he may actually, in this revelation of truth, unprecedented truth or real, he may absorb the flat Earth. They're going to disband NASA and just wipe their hands with all of their fakery, but they may double down on space. I don't know. I'm in the air on that one, to be honest. But the alien deception thing, blue-pilled normies know that, so I don't even know if it would work. But maybe. I think the globe Earth, there's a plethora of reasons why they did it. For one, it's a law of power. You invert everything and you tell them straight to their face. So they made you go against all your senses. Once you can't believe what you experience, then you are much more malleable. And they're performing literal sorcery and magic. It's a law of power, hermetic principle. So just understand that inversion is at the core of their esoteric belief system. So it's geocentric stationary plane, crazy spinning water ball where water, bends convexly around the exterior of a spinning object, going all kinds of different vectors, violating the natural law of entropy. And so you can see that's a big part of it. They hit you in the core with inversion, and then they could hide land, thus resources, all kinds of things, man. You don't know that the necessary antecedent to creation as a creator, certainly when it's geocentric stationary plane, if you're the center of everything and everything that's beautiful and amazing in the sky, which we can all agree is incredible, revolves over top of you around your center point. You're super important. You're obviously made. That means you have inherent rights. You don't have to bow down to some government. You don't believe in materialism or nihilism or apathy. And whenever you don't adopt those worldviews, they can't control you as much. There's a plethora of speculative reasons as to the motives. I, of course, would say it's a compilation of things. And we simply would have to get this out on a massive scale to ever really get to the core of it. Yo, Austin, have you heard of Saint Germain? Yeah, the idea of GSARA and NASARA, National Economic Security and Recovery Act. GSARA is the Global Economic Security and Recovery Act. Saint Germain is the one that supposedly has a Saint Germain World Trust Fund where they've been compiling all kinds of gold by all these elite families for hundreds of years, and they're going to release this for humanitarian and philanthropic, however you say that, humanitarian purposes, where they give money out everywhere to help with the economic unrest. And that may actually happen. It's crazy. So yeah. And he was written about to never die. And some say it's the physical personification of Lucifer and the light bearer. And it's it's pretty deep rabbit hole. And then if you Google it or DuckDuckGo it or anything, you're getting all kinds of new age, woo-woo, crazy interpretations to take you away from finding the real world trust fund and all the real information. But that's what I know about it. I know I've been saving this Cuban cigar for a reason. I'm celebrating your awesome job in that debate. Awesome. That was a bombshell, bro. Cheers. Thank you very much, bro. Glad you enjoyed it because it was quite exhausting. Simple thing like there wouldn't be a horizon 3 miles away, and it's a hard horizon. Yeah, there's a physical geometric horizon necessitated by the radius of the globular Earth, and it's a physical, literal, tangible, physical obstruction of view that would occur. It isn't fair repeatedly, thus falsifying the radius. How do people understand this, bro? I don't understand how people don't understand. Okay. Us as flat earthers know that the horizon is nothing more than an apparent location where the sky appears to meet the ground. You as globe earthers actually think that there is a physical, literal, tangible, geometric horizon causing physical obstruction. We know that the horizon fluctuates and is nothing more than an optical illusion where the sky appears to meet the ground. Based on observer height, angular resolution, and atmospheric conditions, it constantly fluctuates, and that's what we see, and we have a perfect explanation for it. Yet where it goes sometimes extends far beyond the theoretical possibilities of what your globe earth religion necessitates. It's really not complicated. All right, bubble gaming, dude, you need to chill, dude, with the crazy comments, bro. And obviously you don't ever need to do that. It's ridiculous. This thing just keeps shooting me down, so whoever I missed, I'm sorry. When did you wake up, Austin? Like year, and what made you? I did 2015 reading in prison. Wow. In towards the end of 2016, maybe. Yeah, 2015 or 16. I don't really remember, to be honest. Around the same time, I heard B.O.B. say the Earth was flat. I was like, this dude's an idiot. I'm just gonna go disprove this and Google pictures of the Earth, and there's your rabbit hole. You have to just be honest to find out the Earth's flat. Does science thrive better under a profit motive? No, obviously not. That's one of the huge issues we have, even within the medical sector. The pseudoscientific implications of monetary incentive have crippled our pursuit of knowledge, and it was meticulously crafted that way. They're all pathetic, in my opinion, but one was actually a common informative debate. Great atmosphere. That one. Yeah, it wasn't bad. I try not to get too assertive. I really like reverberate or reciprocate people's like if they're acting smug, even if it's sublims. And there were quite a few of those. I try to keep my cool though. I haven't watched it back, obviously. Yeah, nothing has changed my life like flat Earth after I face palmed because deep down I always knew it was flat. I cry like a baby because of how beautiful His creation is. Yeah, exactly. It increases in amount of gratitude. It's like all of a sudden you have all kinds of clarity. Everything you see makes sense. It's why do you think we like risk our livelihood and completely like annihilate our ability to make like adequate amount of money to live and constantly get attacked and death threats? And we do that because we know it's super important, and truth is way more important than like all that other stuff. James, however, back into the shades though. Dude, that was awesome that he was wearing the shades. That was incredible. Crazy flat magical land that God made for us. Only humans think they are so special and decide this was all made for us. Oh, too bad you don't understand the implications of the necessary antecedent to creation being creator. So you only have two options. Everything came from nothing or it came from something. Okay. How do you get information without intelligent design? Yeah, you really just combed that one over. Then come back and explain sacred geometry after that. James didn't read my super chat. I said, James, you better be a flatty after this debate. Oh, yeah. Nice. I'd love to know why T Jump debates every other day but couldn't today. I don't know. Never met him. He originally just emailed me, said, you want to debate T Jump? I said, sure, whatever, man. And then he said, actually, we got this guy now, so I don't know. I said, sure, whatever. I'm easy, bro. Yeah. My wife died in 2015. I was snapped awake through my grief. True story. Everything happens for a reason, man. At least I think so. And so that's a positive. So sorry to hear that, but it has resulted in some positive. Yeah. What science have you done? What science have I done? Well, I'm going to remember your name, and I need you to define science and give me the 3 constituent parts of a scientific experiment, and then we'll discuss it. Anytime that, I'll just let you answer. Right, LL, man, I was watching that debate and didn't realize that Jaron was plugging and showing my channel on Raw tonight. Oh, dang, bro. Lo Siento. Yeah, I hated that it was like right in the middle of Raw, too. I even said last night in the debate, like, just feel free to go watch Jaronism Raw. It's no big deal. I didn't pick the time or day, obviously. But that's what's up, bro. Getting some exposure, bro. I'll show you your channel right now, bro. How about that? Even though obviously I'm nothing like Jaron. Let's see. Why is it not popping up, bro? You want to send a link and I'll screen share it? Yeah, Mr. Anderson, Jaronism was giving you props. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, man, I've been saying Mr. Anderson's cool, man. Nathan Oakley made up this BS dirty air being the horizon. I can't keep reading your comments because I'm losing brain cells. So if you want to force me to lower the cognitive spectrum of the entire atmosphere, you're going to have to super chat from now on. I love how the dude showed that a video of a convex horizon to debunk convex horizon. Dude, best part of the debate, hands down, was when he showed the video and it like bent the horizon up right after we talked about that, bro. I was dying, bro. I was like, that's so embarrassing. Instead of just being like, oh, damn, you're right, and admitting it, he like doubled down talking about shutter speed or something. Everyone always says that, like, you must watch Nathan Oakley. It's like, no, some of us are just all like, maybe a bunch of flat earthers are smart and know how to articulate their arguments. And when you do diligent, independent, intelligent research into things, we all come to the same conclusion as to the falsification methods of the globe Earth. Has that never occurred to you people? It's wild. Is he going to read my super chat? Yeah, did you send a super chat? If I get down and see a super chat, I'll read it, man. How hard is it to understand there needs to be a physical curve, something you can see? It isn't hard. It's called cognitive dissonance. They don't want to see. Did you read my super chat? I was tabbed out. No, but that means I just haven't seen it yet. I'll read it. And I'm reading regular comments. You know I'm going to read a super chat, man. Honestly, the grabblers get like a third of that. So if you want to cash app, I'm thinking about y'all. Tell me, give me some feedback. What do y'all think about me like rigging the system where like if y'all send me a cash app, y'all can just type in all caps cash app before a comment, and that would be y'all super chat. You know, that way we don't lose 33%. I feel so bad. Y'all sending me money and the grabbers get 33% of it, and they actually take like more than that. Y'all tell me y'all think that's a good idea or not. That obviously I'm not really motivated by money. I make like nothing. So. Did anyone notice that vegan dude showed that video with the red line and the water was behind the boat? How he debunked himself with 2 videos. Yeah, he was very ill prepared and ill-equipped. I honestly started to feel kind of bad for him because he was decently, well, really, he was just quiet. But I mean, like, he didn't have any options. But most globe earthers will just implode and immediately, you know, turn to just crazy ad homs and screaming and stuff. And like, he didn't implode too much. He did interrupt me a couple times where I was like, all right, bro, chill. Like, I know your religion's getting dismantled lifetime. What science have you done? LOL. I do science. Yeah, dude. What science have you done? Define science before you press me. Right? What science have you done? I ask the question, you answer. That isn't how it works. So now if you want to be read again, you got to super chat me. Clown. I'll take Gamma's money all day. I don't see a super chat on here, bro. Has anyone else seen a super? No, there hasn't been a super chat. Oh, yeah, there is right there. All right, let me go find it in the thing so I can show it on the screen. Why is it not showing it? And dang, I don't want to like leave you hanging and not show it. It's not showing up. Dude, oh, there it is. There it is. How can you fly east to west to the same location? Yeah, circumnavigation is where you go around the world. That's only been done east to west. And so you have a compass that faces north. If north is the center of the earth, then your east and west is always going to be relative to that center point where the compass is constantly updating its needle to go to the north, the center, the magnetic source. And so you'll just go in a circle around the center. So it works perfect on if the earth is flat. But north to south circumnavigation is impossible on a flat earth, and it's never been done, of course, because the earth is flat. All right, will somebody ban the bubble gaming dude? Just ban him. If someone doesn't mind, if someone has the power to ban this dude, because he's just exhausting. Tupac's in the digital dimension now. He's Tupac-man. The Tupac-man. Nice, bro. I'm seeing less mask every day here in KY. Awesome, bro. Yeah, Tennessee's pretty based now. They've gotten like pissed off and they're just like, screw your mask and your rules. Just cop that Gleason new standard, yeah. I'm not big on any of the current maps. NASA new budget is $60 million per day. This dude told me they weren't part of the government. It's amazing how you guys can't understand. You're self-projecting your intellectual insecurity. I knew that. Wish I didn't about the cracksmith. I don't know what you're talking about. Yo, Austin, you have heard of... I already read that. Oh, I went way up for the super chat. Scrolling down. We got to get back to where we're kind of live. For a second, when you hit him with the R value, it seemed like you were planting a seed. Then the dude blatantly started lying after that. Yeah. I mean, that's a defense mechanism, bro. Like, what is he gonna do? What would he do? Would he just lifetime be like, wow, bro, maybe the earth is flat? Like he would never do that. There's very few people in this world that could do that. So, but yeah, it definitely didn't. The honesty didn't like escalate. Earth circumnavigation for dummies. Yeah, so simple. Think about how patient we have to be with you Glovers to ask these stupid, rudimentary questions like reiteratively. It's like, dude, do any of you ever put yourself in our shoes where we get attacked constantly and death threats and ostracism and have to answer your rudimentary, elementary, dumb, retarded questions over and over? It's not letting my comment go through. I'll see it. If any of us sincere people were followers, we would not be flat Earth. Yeah, exactly. His reaction showed how ridiculous 3959 is. Yeah, exactly. He was like, "There's no way." I'm like, "Okay, you're just not understanding this, bro." I was like, "Dude, I'm trying to help you out. Like, you don't want to argue the math. We got the math from you. Like, I was actually trying to help him out, ironically enough. Hit the thumbs up. Exactly. Help me out. Smash the like button. Also known as the Rogan's Up, because Joe Rogan looks like a human thumb and gets his daily talking points from the CIA or Mossad. Tomato. What is the last thing you've been wrong about? I don't know. I'm a bit older and figured everything being done was to crash the dollar, starting with Bill Clinton, NAFTA, and bank bill. Do you think our Constitution survives? Yeah, I don't think they can get away with getting rid of the Constitution. They'll just bury it in new norms. We'll be complicit with it, but they'll never just like blatantly in the open like rip up the Constitution or something, in my opinion, because the really dumb blue-pilled, dumbed-down, fluoridated normies would be like, oh, time to revolt because they burned the Constitution. You know, they'll just trample all over it while you think it's still there. He has a live stream playing video games. That dude doesn't really care about any truth. There you go. He actually said that at one point in the debate. Like, I haven't looked into this because I don't effing care. I'm like, why are you debating flat Earth right now, dude? Like, why are you here? What are you talking about? North to south has not been documented. They go down to the edge and come back. Yeah, exactly. They're indoctrinated. Can't help but ask dumb questions. I saw you on Rose's show. You did great, bro. Thanks, bro. Much love. Oh, Gleason map is not new now. Made in like 1890. Yeah, but I don't adhere to it. I've heard some potential sketchy origins of that. I don't adhere to any definitive proportionate landmass layout or definitive model in general. Like, I just don't. It's intellectually honest to take that position. It would in fact be intellectually dishonest or something else. And then to cling on to some model that requires presuppositions and reifications when we just got out of that, right? Like that's what got us in trouble in the first place. So let's just, let's pursue truth. But we don't need to like overdo it to where we overextend. And that's when the globe earthers can make you look bad to the uninformed third party whenever you like definitive claim a model and they can try to find some kind of issue with it. Like we falsify the globe earth. Like I don't have to replace your model, bro. It was falsified. Like grow up, I don't have time to hold people's hands. I don't label myself unless it's made by God. There you go. God was invented by man. No, you got that backwards. Spinning 1000 minus 1 equals 999 equals 666. Yeah, 23.4 degree tilt on an axis. Of course, subtract from a 90-degree angle is 66.6. So you look at the curvature rate, 66.6, and we're going 66,600 miles per hour in space. Gravity is like 1666. And yeah, dude, probably all coincidence. Most don't know 1% of 1/1,000,000th about anything. Okay, you handled that growing rose show like a boss. It was epic. Thank you. What up, Bob? Bob's obviously a legend. If you somehow don't know that, you're tripping. Joe Rogan gonna Spotify for $100 million. Still jerk off. Going to Spotify. I don't care at all about the little sodomite. Another kill. See that guy's junior reaction? How stupid. That dude was a clown. Rogan getting paid for compliance. He's been a controlled opposition gatekeeper since the beginning. Guys, remember I just said, like, smash the Rogans up. Joe Rogan is a gatekeeper. He gets his daily talking points from the CIA or Mossad, tomato, and he looks like a human thumb. And wears bedazzles on his jeans and is clearly a sodomite, and said he would sell out his mother to learn about aliens. We are non-curved stationary earthers for those who stumble over the word flat. Yeah, it's level. It's flat. I don't really care about the semantics. Like we falsify the claim of the globe earth. It's dead. 2020, grow up. We have a lot going on nowadays, if you ever notice. Like why people like just grow up, bro. Truth doesn't care. It's independent of the confinements of your emotional predispositions. Bob, they brought you up on the debate in the super chat. They use the same arguments. Yeah, of course. I got your back though, Bob. You already know. Yeah, what's sketchy about Gleason's map? I'm trying to remember. I can't remember. I saw a post the other day. I just don't claim a definitive model, man. I just think it's intellectually honest. I think that we have a pretty good working, model, like an idea of one. And that's all we need, because we're being intellectually honest. We don't have all the information accessible to actually make a definitive model. We can't freely traverse the earth. We can't even freely, like, definitively substantiate proportionate landmass layouts. We certainly can't substantiate the altitude confinement, or the extent of the earth. Like, we just don't know. Like, we know the necessary antecedent to gas pressure physical container, but that would just mean, of course, that the sky isn't some crazy vacuum, and there may be some superfluid insulator gradual dissipation, right? Like, I don't know all the answers, right? I do know that the gas pressure is being contained. I know that there's no curvature anywhere, which means it's flat, and I know that it isn't moving. It's a geocentric stationary plane. Now, we can continue to speculate and try to find the truth, but claiming a definitive model is setting yourself up for failure. It's doing what they do, which is claim a model that isn't proven. Vegan Go Rain lost that debate. Yeah, you don't say. I had to teach them about the globe Earth, which I guess is what we always do, right? The shutter speed affecting the camera lens was what I've been laughing about. Dude, one of the most epic parts of any debate I've been in, he showed the video and it literally pinned the horizon up right after we talked about that, bro. I lost it. What up, bro? The shutter remark was freaking hilarious. There was some really classic moments in that debate. Yeah, for sure. Thoughts on gematria, the practice of coding letters into numbers. I think people get a little carried away with trying to reverse engineer gematria. I know for a fact the elite little grabbler play up in the dark and dress up little clown show gamma males that think they're secret kings. Yeah, it was really descriptive. They're big on their number game. They really are. There's some type of metaphysical, probably ties back to the Hermetic principle and some esoteric secrets that we probably don't even know, but they're real big on numerology. I think it's also just an application of pattern recognition to subliminally communicate, etc. But when people are like, look at this dude's last name, 33 Illuminati confirmed, I'm like, bro, chill, bro. Like, you're doing too much, bro. Like, you don't know that. So I'm not a fan of gematria. I can literally be like, oh, look, my watch is black, my shirt is black, and then the bill of my cap is black. So if you combine 3 blacks with a gematria reversed, and then you combine the fact I'm wearing blue jeans, and then I just breathe 17 times, and you add it all together, and you put it in this calculator, it says Austin's Illuminati confirmed. It's just like, dude, chill, bro. The truth is stranger than fiction. We can empirically demonstrate so much crazy truth bombs. We don't need to go out on limbs. Yeah, Mr. Anderson, post a link and then I'll screen share. There it is. I just didn't feel like looking through all my subs. I'm pretty sure I'm subbed. Yeah, now. What? All right, so we'll screen share my boy, Mr. Anderson. And everybody just go throw him a sub. Don't be lame. Screen share. Boom. Let's go over here. Yeah. So go sub. 280. My boy needs more videos than that. I have watched a few of his videos about the eugenics, and they are quite interesting. So you should check them out. Check them out. Don't be lame. More land is possible. Yeah, there's more land. It's possible there's more land and an ice rink. Hey, give me the link to the debate, please. Okay. From 128. Yeah, from 128,000 feet, bro. What are you talking about? All right, this is the link to the debate. I'm exhausted just thinking about it, to be honest. What a great caption, bro. He really wanted to slip in some vegan comments, you know? I'm just like, bro, no one cares. No one cares. Sub to Mr. Anderson. That's what I'm talking about. Everybody go throw my boy a sub. It's free, bro. Like, why would you not? Just like smashing that Rogan's up to help us break the YouTube algorithms. My viewers really be slacking on the thumbs up. I don't know why, man. I don't know why. It's not that hard. Like, I'm already being shadow banned, right? So we should try and at least, like, work the algorithms the best we can. It takes like a couple seconds. Like, you're on your phone, just go like it, right? You're on your computer, just press the thumbs up. It looks like a little Joe Rogan head. Just smash it. You know what I'm saying? Flat Earth versus Globe Earth debate is pointless. Each individual must learn themselves. Yeah, I do it to provoke the thought of the third-party viewer that's honest. I've been on a huge Crow 777 bender since I subscribed to his website a month ago. I strongly recommend signing. Huge gravy archives. Crow 777 definitely ladles the gravy heavy. Thoughts on Hitler? You weren't allowed to look up his genealogy. I mean, he was on Times Magazine's Person of the Year, and he had some workings with some Zionist ties. And why would you invade Russia in the winter? There you go. This should be a good start. Thumbs up, awesome people. What he said. Yeah, just smash the Rogans up. Look, just smash the Rogans up. God Rules channel just loaded something about a real dragon found in Romania. Probably BS. I smashed the Rogan. Thank you. And I think the Bible describes dragons to an extent. So I wouldn't be surprised if they were crazy creatures, just not dinosaurs in the connotation or timeline that they've been propagated to us. All right, awesome. Hey, Justin. I'll give you a thought on Hitler. World War II was, yeah. No, my 6th stream got taken off for exposing all the wars. Not that I cucked to them, right? Like, so whatever. Grabblers consolidating power amongst themselves. Yeah, per usual, right? Little grabblers, the elites, the powers that shouldn't be, the little gamma male secret kings that play dress up in the dark with their buddies. They control both sides of all the wars and supply all wars. Application of Hegelian dialectic. Do you believe in any religion? I believe in Yeshua. Yeshua was the one true Messiah. I don't consider it a religion. A religion is, requires a doctrine, which is a man-made interpretation of scriptures that could be considered divine. I've had supernatural experiences via Yeshua. No one can ever convince me that it's not true. But I don't like to press it on people. That's what made me hate it. So no, I don't adhere to modern Christianity or any religious dogmatic doctrine of men or the strict confinement of the 66 canonical compilation. But yeah, Yeshua was real. You should look into it. Super real, bro. Awaken versus Elite, y'all, doing a Facebook group. Where, brother? Just don't smash the Rogan twice. Yeah, because then it makes it go away. And in all other situations, we love to make Rogan go away, right? But like in this scenario, we want a little blue Rogan. What do you say to who cares if it's flat, if it doesn't affect my everyday life? Like, oh, okay, so they told you we're a tiny speck of dust in an infinite, ever-expanding universe to make you adopt some materialistic interpretation and worldview of your existence, and now you found out you're the very center of everything, and humans have domain on this earth, thus we are like the pinnacle of all creation, and obviously it was all made and crafted for us, and you're super, super important, and there's a huge concerted effort to lie to you to keep you from that truth and a plethora of other things. Doesn't matter or affect your life. Cool story, bro. Yeah. Hi, I'm new to your channel. I'd like to know what your thoughts of the whole QAnon thing. May Abba Father bless and protect you and yours in Jesus Christ's mighty name. Amen. Thanks. Glad you're here. I think that QAnon is a deep military operation coming from the inside. Parts of it are going to appear to come true, but it's a giant psychological operation to help implement the new infrastructure. And Trump was cast in the world play as a hero. 501c3, yeah, it's just a church giving authority to the state instead of God. Operation Paperclip makes it pretty obvious. Mr. Mean Mustache had the same people in his ranks as America. Yeah, exactly. Indifferent on that, to be honest. When will they try to pull off I don't know if they will. I think they haven't even decided if they absorb flat Earth or not, because I think part of their plan is to implement an internet bill of rights, and if you do that and don't suppress flat Earth, it will inevitably explode because it's the truth. So I don't know. I think that they don't even know. Hey, what's it? My Globy friend is asking me about how sundials work. He asked me today. Sun angles prove round Earth, and you can accurately prove longitude and latitude using sun angles. What do you think? Yeah, just look up when sundials were first used, and then go look up what they thought about the Earth. Man invented God in his image as political symbol. Signs and symbols rule the subconscious mind. I guess, yeah, my answer is that they work on a flat Earth. That's when they were originated. Thoughts on nuclear weapons? Nukes don't exist. Nikola Tesla said he disintegrated atoms thousands of times or dozens of times with millions of volts, and nothing ever happened. So, yeah, nukes don't exist. They say they dropped nuclear bombs on the 7th and the 9th on Japan, but that simply isn't true. So Japan attacks a part where we put a bunch of old ships that we don't even use anymore after we shut down their pipeline, and then we drop nuclear bombs on them on the 7th and 9th. But Japan originally reported it as firebombing, which they had been getting firebombed the entire summer. And actually on the 8th, the Russians pulled out of their peace agreement with them and said that they were about to invade them on the next day. And the 9th is when Japan surrendered, because there were 1 million troops from Russia invading from the north on the ground. And they came out and said that they didn't drop nukes. We didn't drop nukes. They were just firebombs. And then the U.S. temporarily passed a law where no U.S. journalists could go independently report on that. They had to all get their information from the one approved little Grabbler reporter. So nukes don't exist. The physicality of subatomic particles is pseudoscience. So the atom is a theoretical conceptual abstraction of like 99% empty space. Man invented God in his image as I just read that. Yeah, I get it. You're diet woke. Flathead catfish are pretty cool. Sure. In Job, the scales are so tight, not a molecule of air can enter. In Job, I'm guessing. I'm about to get out of here, guys. As you can tell, I'm getting kind of tired. This is going to make like 4 hours, right? Sun is the coolest invention ever. Well, yeah, it came from the creator. 67 cities were firebombed and only one Grabbler could report on it from our country. Exactly, Mr. Anderson. Crushing per usual. Austin, how do you store all this knowledge, bro? I don't know, just years of research, man. Whitsitt's one of the few dudes with enough discernment to call Q for what it is. Yeah. Most people just take the easy way out and act like it's all fake and some dude in a basement. Your thoughts on Agenda 21? Yeah, 21 means 21st century. Common misconception is that it means the year 2021. So it's just an addition to Agenda 2030, which is the year. Sustainable development laws, they want to control how much land, if you can own land, and if you are approved, how much you can own. They want to tax air and water and facilitate all, sustainable routes or routes to sustainability. And I think that what we're experiencing right now is basically social engineering to prepare us psychologically for accepting some of the parameters of that future implementation. There's things you were told. I'll research everything that we're discussing. I don't believe things I'm just told. What's the new economic system going to look like? What should we invest in? Not financial advice. XRP, 20 cents, it's going to blow up. Yeah, makes transactions in under 3 seconds and costs less than 1 penny per transaction. Someone sent $50 million in XRP and it costs less than 1 penny. Banks are already adopting it. It's operating within regulations, so it had the foresight to have regulatory concern. Whenever they decided how they were going to maneuver, they went straight to the government. They're working with regulations and banks, and they're making deals with banks all around the world. So they're going to replace SWIFT, and it's going to, yeah, that's my opinion, is that XRP, which unfortunately I actually researched this a lot, and I don't have any money to put in it. But yeah, XRP is going to blow up. I'm not big on cryptocurrencies, although blockchain is a pretty sufficient technological avenue. XRP is working with the regulation, so they can't just get stomped out overnight. So there you go. What will the new currency look like? It'll be a progression towards the digitalization of currency. They may reintroduce the gold standard, and they may shift the world reserve currency to China. I don't know. War is business, yeah. Dubay did a good video on dinosaurs. Yeah, there you go. Dinosaurs didn't exist the way they told you. Can globe Earth ever be called a noble lie for better? No, it's literally the opposite. It's a malevolent lie for the worse. But thanks for the super chat. He's the backwards man. That's what you're talking about. And see, ride straight. That sounds like a space rocket, doesn't it? Something to think about. Gets videos by watching documentaries and readings. Just quote a documentary almost exactly. Good night, man. Much love, bro. I'm about to call good night too. What is the one video you can send to a clueless glober to shake them up? Go to Globebusters or Jeranism. Just pick one of the videos you think would help. Eric Dubay, 200 proofs. It's best to go to a channel, because now when you look for the video, you won't find it. So any mods that want to link what they think is good, but you can just go to Globebusters or Jeranism and look through their video compilations. It depends on what your friends like. Like, would they be convinced more so with a debate? A lot of people, if they're open-minded, they need a video that just lays out all the information for them, not like some struggling, debate. But I do the debates because I do get a lot of emails thanking me for doing them and saying, a lot of people saying that I woke them up to flat earth through a debate. So thanks for all you do. Respect. Much love, bro. No problem. Take care, bro. Peace out, bro. I'm about to just chill, probably fix something to eat. What is the one video? Y'all just read that. 4 more hours. Not a chance. Really good run tonight, Austin. Thanks, man. Much love. Equinox, sun equals more absolute proof the earth is round. No flat earther can answer this. He also said that. What do you think? Thanks, bro. Sun angles prove the earth is round? No, dude. Local divergent rays. Attenuation of light is relative to our perception of light. It revolves over top of us. Oh my gosh. No, you're not. There's the answer. When you start believing flat earth, did the Holy Bible become more important? Yeah, I don't believe flat earth. The earth is flat. It's not a belief. And yes, I did then reconsider the Bible as potential literal validity, right? Because it's a literal description of creation is accurate. And then I went and looked into the historicity of Yeshua. I went and looked into the historicity of the compilation as a whole. It's the most historically accurate compilation to ever exist. He's the most historically accurate figure to ever exist. Very concerted effort by the powers that shouldn't be to lie about the story, to manipulate the story. 1909 Schofield Bible, 1611 KJV had 14 apocryphal books. 1684 they took those out and then reintroduced an interpretive Bible and then flooded it down to the ministries in the Western world to teach a misinterpretation of the physical importance of the state of Israel. And there's 66 books, and they removed Enoch, which gives you context for the entire Old Testament. Once I started to find all this, I'm like, if this is all fairy tale crafted through some religious indoctrination agenda to control us, why would they constantly try to take pieces out and lie about it and misrepresent it and hide it? They wouldn't do that because it would be fulfilling his agenda. It's because it's the truth, and they're obsessed with it. And then you find out that Yeshua was actually born on 9/11, and that's why they've made you all associate 9/11 with trauma. Call the police on 9/11, 9/11 fake terrorist attacks. So Yeah, it's very, very intricate, concerted effort to go against Yeshua's because he was the one true Messiah. And yes, the Bible is literally accurate. Never been proven wrong. Awesome live, Austin. Look forward to the next one. Yeah, for sure, bro. I'll try and go live tomorrow. I actually got a pretty busy day, though. All right, I'm going to skip down. Thanks for the after show and another destruction of a globe. So, have a good one, Austin. Yeah, much love. Bible is knowledge and same context change. Yeah, well, they took out like Enoch. You need to read Enoch. I want to hear a Glober explain the difference between a lunar eclipse versus a full moon at night. Globers don't know their own religion. Eric Bay has some good videos on evolution of dinosaurs. Yeah, evolution's so stupid. No intermediate species. It actually is that simple. I was just watching your debate with Vegan Gains, and the Bible is allegory, a story to make a point, in my honest opinion. Nah, dude, it's the most historically accurate compilation ever. You should look into it. I used to think that it was allegorical, exoteric, Gnostic compilation controlled. There's 4,200 religions. They're all used to control you. Religions are used to control you, but look into the historicity of Yeshua and the compilations and the scriptures and how accurate it's consistently been with future predictions, how many prophecies Yeshua fulfilled, how many people that hated him wrote about him, extra biblical sources. If you do non-biased, diligent research into the actual validity of the story, you will be shocked, I promise you. Thanks, bro. Globy friend also uses the ancient Greek method to try to prove globe Earth experiment by Aristophanes. You know that one too, right? Thank you. Yeah, it's starts with an E. Yeah, Aristophanes. He put two shadows on the ground and said that the shadows, or two sticks on the ground and said that the shadows measured proved that the Earth was a ball. But you have to presuppose a very distant sun with parallel rays. It works perfect on a flat Earth and is completely conducive with his experiment or observation. If it's a local sun with divergent rays, it in no way proves the globe Earth. It's laughable. And the Greeks only came up with the globe Earth because they thought that a metaphysical interpretation of the perfect shape was a sphere. I watched the first 5 minutes. Don't know how. You do a great job. Thanks, man. It doesn't, but it would be weird to have a universe with a spherical moon and a flat Earth, but it could be possible. There's no proof the Earth is spherical or solid, that the moon is spherical or solid. Good to see you. Night, night. Much love. Slap the rogue until he's blue in the face. I like that, bro. Do we live in Westworld? Westworld was a TV show about Epstein's island, or Epstein, not his island, but his little ranch. He had an old Western city where he was like obsessed with AI and trying to be immortal and transhumanism. And then he had an old Western imitation city outside of his New Mexico ranch, like a mile down the street. And the Clintons frequented it with the annual visit, and many prominent people would go live there for like a week or whatever. So that's what I think Westworld is. It's like depiction of Epstein's little imitation Western town. Greek method to prove use camel steps to measure distance. Yeah, it's all stupid. How to get a full moon at night with the big globe in the way. The whole thing is stupid. Aristophanes may not have even existed. See, I like where your head's at, Mr. Anderson. Always crushing. All right, guys. Again, on cue, since he was the last I see commented, go throw my boy Mr. Anderson a sub. And dude, some of y'all better have subbed, or we're gonna have to throw hands. Okay, 2 people. That's pathetic. Go sub to Mr. Anderson's YouTube channel, because why would you not? Like Truther's actually going out and trying to break the spells and slay the wizards. Come on, man. I studied philosophy since I was 6. But you believe the most popular religion? No, 99% of Christians don't even actually adhere to the true ideology. It's about following Yeshua. He hated religion. He hated religious leaders. He hated dogma. He hated everything the modern church is. So just because you say the word Christian, which is a term crafted by the Roman Catholic Church, actually by the Greek writers to make fun of those who thought this dude who claimed to be divine was actually some, divine being. It was a derogatory term They were actually called Nazarenes, and then they subverted the entirety of the belief system, Sabbath, changing it to Sunday because they already had sun god worship. You just have to research this stuff, man. Dude, the Roman Catholic Church completely lied. And it's not similar to any other religion because it's the only one whose central figure makes a claim of defying death. And so if someone died and then defied death, wouldn't that add some validity to their metaphysical claims? I'd say probably, yeah. Yo, man, just seeing this debate now, it's wild how poorly he was prepped. It's getting so hard to find good information. They're censoring everyone. Yeah. Well, just stay persistent. Seek and speak truth, like I always say. Just do that no matter what, man, unequivocally. And don't conform or comply to weak-minded people that need the confirmation of consensus. The weak find contentment in the consensus of ignorance. Where do you do your research? Just on the internet. I died for 35 minutes and I was in a medically induced coma for 40 days and 40 nights. That's pretty wild. That's pretty wild. My friend is pretty strict Christian, and he thinks that the ball earth is in the Bible too. I told him to check out Enoch and Genesis. Yeah, he just believes in men over God's actual word. That's the issue. With Yeshua, it's about a relationship, not a religion. Hallelujah, and praise his precious name. It's because of Yeshua that I'm awake. Exactly. Relationship, not religion. I don't have a religion with my father. I have a relationship. Dude, I'm going to keep reading comments. I have like an issue. That was way too difficult to click on the link. See why people don't. Just peace out, Austin. Good night, y'all. Much love. They shocked me 8 times with the paddles to bring me back to this crap. Well, I'm sure there's a reason for it, man. Look into everything that we just discussed. You'll be pleasantly surprised because Yeshua loves you, man, but he just doesn't force you to do anything. So, yeah, just seek and speak truth unequivocally. Don't worry about what people think. And unplug from the box, metaphorical, ideological box, which just allows you to step back and see everything without bias or emotional predispositions of comfort. And then, yeah, you'll begin to see things a lot clearer. Try to drink clean water, get sunlight, exercise. Don't be nervous and anxious and stressed out because that's really bad for your health as well. Try to cut out GMOs. And then knowledge is power, so continue to seek the truth persistently. Hold steadfast and prove all things. And the world is a stage. We're watching a psychological operation where Trump was cast as the hero. And if the world's a stage and you're watching a play, you must understand that you're watching a play before you could ever understand the motivation of the author or the play or be able to adequately understand and predict the script. So you have to apply discernment and diligence. So anyway, I'm out of here. Peace. Much love.